Welcome.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go on.
What made you feel like Posties needed to exist, and what makes it different than other networking companies?
I mean, it goes back to college. Going to Penn State from 2014 to 2018, and coming out, going from a massive campus with a huge alumni base to back to Northern Virginia. I didn't find any networking events that served me.
Yeah.
A lot of them are either too small. The demographics weren't there, or just simply irrelevant to what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that the ones I went to had a good experience, whether it was too stale, and just not. Yeah, there's
Most of them are really stale. Most of them are really boring, and it's just people trying to. Oh, can I give you my business card? Oh, let's.
Yeah, very transactional.
Give me your money.
Yeah, it was
Just that.
A lot of the networking events were very transactional. Weren't really gender It was either one gender or the other.
Yeah.
I didn't see it wasn't very cliquey and stuff. So I noticed all this when I was going out and having my event or going to other events, and the idea didn't spark until a friend came with the idea. So this Posties is not my idea at first.
Really?
No, it's not.
I didn't
I didn't
even know that.
Yeah, it's not my idea. So I had a friend that I went to school with, an undergrad. He eventually went, and COVID hits, life happens. We kind of lost touch. He comes back, and he went from New York to LA, back to Virginia. Hits me up, says, "Hey man, I got this idea I want to run by you, and you're the only person I think that could help me out with it." And the idea was he wanted to meet new friends back in Virginia and DC.
Yeah.
Because he was going out with his friends from high school, and he just wasn't really vibing with the going out partying and DuPont Circle and everywhere else in DC. He wanted to find his day twos, his day ones. I guess he kind of grew out of that circle, so he wanted to find another circle.
I'm looking for my day twos.
Exactly. So that's why Posties was born. Is we wanted to create a third place for people to find the next step, your next people. When you're trying to make those next steps and trying to make those new connections that get you to the place you want to go, you obviously have to kind of grow out of that old circle. It's like that little shell, like caterpillar to a butterfly type thing.
What is a third place for people who might not know that term?
So first place would be your home, second place is your job, and then the third place would be somewhere else. Examples would be, I used to skateboard as a kid, so third place was a skate park. Third place could be your gym, your church. Shoot, it could be a bar, right?
Yeah.
But, it's a little, as connected as we are, I don't think that there's a lot of time, let's say, for a third place. So being able to cultivate and curate this space and making it easier for people to come in and come out, already having the area for you.
Yeah.
And that you come in and you're going to be accepted, welcomed, and meet new people. And it's already, the environment's already there, you just got to kind of enter into it. So to get people out of their house and off their couch is pretty tough. Getting them out the office, even for me, sometimes running them after a long day at work, it's tough. But whenever you leave, it's always I want to run through a brick wall. There's so many people there that are inspiring, happy, funny, what have you. And I think that's what bringing that type of energy, more about curating it. It's all about curation. It's all about...
It's a mentality, right?
It's a mentality.
Go more into that.
Everyone asks what type of person goes. It's not a type of person. We have a lot of guys in finance, the arts, we have, fitness trainers, the job doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's it's a psychographic, not a demographic, where if you have that drive to find people either at your level or better or at a higher level for you to strive to, it's just a mentality thing. It's not an income bracket. It's not a socioeconomic class group. We're not Soho House. We're not Parlor Social Club. Those places have its position. You have country clubs, for example. I think country clubs are underrated these days in our age group. Some of us may not understand why those things are there. I get it, right?
Why are country clubs there? Why are they so important?
There's a type of person that wants to be around those types of people, right? I play golf. I've golfed at country clubs. I get it. So yeah, some of them could be snobby. I get it, but you want to be around, and you want your family to be around, upstanding people and families that, hold and share the same values as you.
Yeah.
we as like Posties as at its core is relatively the same thesis statement, but yet there's no dues, there's no initiation fees.
Yeah.
So when you step into Posties, the goal is that 9 out of 10 times you're going to bump into somebody there that probably has the same values or sets of beliefs as you. Now, I'm not talking political beliefs or anything. I'm just saying, like, they're go-getters. They maybe be active in fitness or running, or they have their niche that they're very good at. Like, they're passionate about what they're passionate for.
I mean, if you are going to a Posties event, it's automatically assumes that you want to meet new people. So at the very least, you want to socialize.
Yeah, but it's not like I try to make it, we have volunteers, we have specific people I like, not hire, but I make sure that there's individuals that are there that we're looking. We're scoping out the entire thing, right? And we're making sure that there's nobody left out, because coming into any of these events is tough.
Yeah.
Right? No matter party, networking event, anything, galas, what have you. So we make sure that the first 10 to 30 minutes is the most important of any guest, rather if you've been there or not. Where you enter in that event and there is somebody welcoming you, whether it's me, whether it's Francesco, whether it's owner, whether it's another friend of ours. Like,
I think I've seen you guys do that. It's actually really impressive.
Yeah, I learned that from this guy, Andrew Young, out of New York. He does Andrew's events up in New York. Freaking phenomenal kid. Never met him, but I follow his work pretty well. And he has volunteers where they are literally like overseeing the entire vibe, and they're making sure that there's people, like they're putting people together, or they're coming into conversations. They're specifically, strategically trying to find those moments of tension and are trying to bring that down, right? Because you walk in, even for me, as extroverted as I am, and as I've been to so many different events and galas and whatever, right? Social gatherings where even I sometimes am kind of nervous. Like, I'm coming in, I'm the new kid on the block maybe, or I'm at a certain, organization's event or whatever, and I'm like, all right, who do I don't know anybody, really. Yeah. So, it builds that tension, and then it makes you almost want to leave sometimes. So when I notice, somebody's new, and once you do this enough, you see the same. We have like 50% newcomers, 50, 60%, and then there's another like 40, 30, 50% that are going to be brand new. So, those people matter just as much as the regulars, right? Yeah. The regulars, and also the regulars help us build that, because a lot of my regulars, my friends, my regulars, whoever, they're able to kind of act as an extension of me and our team, where, they're out there and they're able to give that first impression, because not a lot of times I can meet everybody. We got 40, 50 people there. Okay. So the fact that I can have my regular guests be the first impression for the newcomers is something that's really beautiful, where they're an extension of us. So that's something I've realized recently is like, how you build this community is literally just finding the right people. I know it sounds simple, but I have some really good friends that are good, genuinely outstanding people. I bring them, and I know that they have also good people. So once you bring the quality, like more quality comes when quality is already there. Yeah. Right? So it's a matter of just finding a few good apples and then more good apples. Like flies are attracted to shit, and also like the inverse also applies, right? So and then some people fall off, right? Some people come and it's not their vibe. Fine. It's not for everybody. It's only like I said, it's a type of mindset. And if you don't have that mindset, then that's fine.
Posties is amazing, but let's say someone can't make it to a Posties event and they still want to meet good people. How do you go about meeting good people?
So I think to be interesting, you got to be interested, right? So when I meet people, it's not about what you can get out of them. It's about what you can get out of like meeting them. Yeah. So for example, it's like, there's so many other questions to ask other than what you do. So if you can even take that question out of your basket of questions in your head when you meet somebody. I do the amount of times where I compliment somebody on like their shoes or their shirt. Or their name. Really I do the name. Sometimes if they have like, I have a unique name, I guess, in the US, where, if I hear a unique name, or it's like, oh yeah, it's a beautiful name, or hey, yeah, where's that name from? You find out their background, their heritage, their ethnicity. You can kind of use that, I've been to the Philippines, or I've been to Italy, or I don't know, whatever it may be. So you really dig into who they are as a person. before you get into what the heck they do for a living. I mean, how many people are in finance? How many people in DC are in government contracting? Like, congratulations, right? But there's more to people, and that's the problem with networking in general, is like it's always about their job and their occupation, which there is a reason why it's like that. But, you know, I have people that go to Posties and then become workout partners. You know, there's a couple girls I know that come to Posties and now they're all Pilates friends. You know what I mean? Like, that's great, right? Like, I'm not going to be at Pilates most likely, but I know that you can come here and meet people that are, oh, you do Pilates as well at that place? Cool. And then they can have extra experiences and extra, you know, they build a relationship starting there, but then they continue elsewhere. So like, that's the beauty is, and that's probably the biggest, like, that's like the lifetime value of Posties is, yes, you can come to a couple of events, but it almost like sparks the next step, which is actually being friends outside of the events. Like, the events are just happening. But you don't, I mean, I know so many people that have like collective friend groups now from Posties that they do their own things or hanging out with each other.
I know 5 different people from Posties, all on my phone. I text them.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, everyone's trying to help each other out. It's not easy, but once we built, I mean, we're on year now 4, technically. And, you know, when we started, it was, you know, I invited 10 people, and I told all the 10 people to bring a +1, because coming to events by yourself is pretty scary. So what I did was we built that base, that foundation, and we said, all right, well, we're not going to really scale this and build this out unless we can get the minimum viable product, and that product is going to be just the community. Can we build something where people are coming back? Can we have a higher retention rate per person coming? So if 10 people come, we want 8 coming back, 7 coming back.
Yeah. Do you think you've been able to do that?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of works on its own now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we build the infrastructure. Like, we build like every 3 weeks, we got a DC one coming, and then we got an Arlington one coming. They're spaced out properly. Like, every 3 weeks, I'd say we have one coming up. You know, when we started doing the workout classes and we started bringing in some sponsorships and doing some other adjacent types of events, like we did a mental health seminar 2 seasons ago. We did it in October of 24, right? And Lululemon sponsored that. Shout out to Tiffany on that one. Yeah, so she helped set that up. And we had our guy Dwayne, who was able to speak, and it was powerful, and that brought another dimension to it, because I don't think, you know, networking needs to be at a bar. It's just easy because we don't pay for the space, right? That's why we started there. But, you know, we have a saying that as one of our goals this year is to build the fitness angle, Posty's Fitness Club, right? And we always say that, you know, you don't have to be at a bar to network. You can be under the bar to network, right? So, you know, as like a bench press or whatever.
Yeah.
So we think that the run club aspect, we think the fitness club aspect, you know, sauna, cold plunge, that's in the coming.
I'm excited for that. Yeah. I'm excited for sauna.
Yeah. So those things, I think, and it's been killing it over, you know, they got, you know, you got, you know, Coffee and Chill in Venice Beach and in Miami. And you got a couple other ones. My buddy Marco runs one out of San Diego. It's called like Bark Run Club or something, where they have a lot of experiences around his health and wellness. And I think that trend and angle is only growing. And I mean, you know, me and the rest of the team are pretty big, you know, fitness like geeks. So filling that void as well, because so many people want to come to Posties and, you know, they don't want to drink, they want to be around alcohol, you know what I mean, which I totally get. So we want to be able to give experiences that are catered to what they want to be around, right? I mean, obviously we can pack 40, 50 people into a room or a rooftop. That's easy. But now can we pack 40, 50 people into a gym? So that's the next step. And I think we're going to get there. It's just a matter of time.
Where do you see Posties being in like 5 years? Like what's the vision?
Vision is getting to multiple cities. So Posties is just, it's literally like a McDonald's. It's like a Chick-fil-A. Like the best businesses out there that run effectively, it's the same product wherever you go. So if I go to Chipotle in Virginia, Denver, California, it's going to be the same. That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right? If you go to, you know, here's another extreme. Nobu, you know, very top-end sushi restaurant. You know, I've been to the one in Vegas. That one is outstanding. And then you go to the DC one is also outstanding. Like there's a level of excellence that is wherever you go. You know, it's like for restaurants or for like maybe clubs and certain experiences when they're from the same group. like a hospitality group or a business, Starbucks, for example, right? You go to any Starbucks, you know what you're going to get wherever you go, generally speaking. There could be some nuance there, but I think for Posties, we did launch in New York, and now the goal is to relaunch with having like a team, like a small team, and I'll go up there here and there and help out. But yeah, I think New York City would be nice to build a presence for Posties. Philly, Denver, that's the other one.
Denver.
Yeah, I have a lot of ties to Denver, just friends and other and classmates I had back in the day. So I have a couple people that are willing to like raise their hand and like be the people to help run it.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm looking. It's like, where are the hot spots of people? And then there's other guys that move. Like I got the guy that's going to help out with New York. He's from here, or actually Oregon to Virginia, and then he just moved up to New York. So getting people that have already experienced Posties and if they move to another area, jurisdiction, city, they would be the ones I'd say to pick to like help out.
How are you able to find all these people? Because you're so busy. I mean, you have is it like an agency?
Yeah, so my not even 9 to 5, like 8 to 8 really is, I work in advertising at a small shop marketing agency. Ish. But
Don Draper.
Yeah, a little bit. But man, it's Beyond Direct marketing agency. So we do a lot of work with like big brands, with their own agencies, as well as mid-sized brands as well. So that is what pays the bills, and I enjoy the heck out of that. It's a fun time with Tom and Christy, and actually our New York event was sponsored by Beyond Direct.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's nice that I've built like a life where I have my main thing, like my main job, it's able to tie in with Posties. And I mean, one of my employees is from Posties. I met him at my event.
I think I've met both of your employees. Cool.
Yeah, no, solid guys that we just hired in July. But like Posties has now became a vehicle for me to find my own employees for my own company, right? To help my own book of business out. So it's very nice that I'm able to kind of like just dip my hand in other jars at the same time, and that it doesn't clash, right? Like that's why,
No, they're what is it? Complementary.
It's very complimentary. Yeah, where we can host events and people come to me and they're asking for venue ideas and sponsorship ideas and whatnot. So it's definitely been a good time to, be able to just to double dip and get involved with using our company's brand equity as well as Posty's brand equity.
What is that?
I mean, building a brand itself, obviously takes time. It takes trust. It takes repeated excellence, let's say, right? Like all brand is like, there's a commoditized product, right? There's a product, a mug, there's a t-shirt, but why are t-shirts $100 and why are some t-shirts $10? This $100 t-shirt has brand. A $100 t-shirt may have quality. Quality is part of brand. It's just a reputation of that set product. And some people will pay more, right? So, I mean, I wouldn't pay $100 for a t-shirt, but I know that, there's definitely people that like, they want that t-shirt and they don't care about the price. They care about that brand. They'll pay that delta. They'll pay that t-shirt may cost $20 to make, but that $80 delta to $100, like that's the brand right there. So I don't even know, like, just there's so many brands, common projects. So I'm wearing their shoes, or Nobu, that's another brand, right? They sell, it's not cheap to eat there, but people go there because of the brand, because of the quality, because of the experience, right? So you can have a brand in different like pockets. Brand is not just anything like luxury, right? Brand can be for like Posties, like the Posties brand that's welcoming. It's modern, right? That's why Posties is black, white, and gray. Even the color scheme, I purposely made it very neutral, very like refined, let's say contemporary, probably is a better word, where, it's not flashy, it's just contemporary. You come in and I want you to like, you got to see it to believe it. That's why I'm so keen on the content side of things, because when you tell people about, I'm going to a networking event, they're going to look at you kind of funny. I would too. So once you show them, when I've taken out my phone in so many different places and just go, this is what I'm talking about.
You were just in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Were you around a lot of high quality or like CEOs and people like that?
Yeah, no, that was an advertising conference held every year in Vegas in January or February. And yeah, you're rubbing elbows with CEOs and managing partners and all that stuff. Yeah.
So how do you hold yourself when you're, talking to or networking with those kind of, I don't want to say high quality, but higher echelon individuals?
I mean, everybody at the end of the day is just a freaking person. We all do the same stuff every day. We're all going to go down 6 feet under at some point in our lives. It's, once you take away the title, and something my CEO, Tom, has always told me from the jump, it's like, people, they give out titles like it's like, candy and Halloween, right? Mm-hmm. Like, yes, they have that title for a specific reason and they earned it most likely, but, they're still people. And, confidence comes from competence, right? So I at least have built a career now for 6 years where I know what I know, and I know I can walk in any room because I'm confident. I know what I'm talking about, and it works. Like, just carry yourself in a certain way. Don't think too much about it. I think people overcomplicate like just simple socialization tactics, which, some people, it's easier for some people. Like I've been naturally able to, spark conversation, make friends, or just build relationships. I know some people don't have that skill set. So to talk to those people specifically, I just think it's like mix of fear and overthinking of like what that person may think of you, right? So it's more about just, kind of just like taking a break, right? Just trust what you're saying is good.
Yeah.
Right? Just because you may be younger than everybody doesn't mean anything. It's actually a good thing. I think a lot of kids your age, like, oh, I don't have anything to offer, or like, I don't know anything. And I'm like, well, the fact that you're already here means something. The fact that you aren't playing Xbox or not, dilly-dallying in like the, Safeway parking lot like some kids do your age, just like doing nothing.
Yeah.
The fact that you're walking into a room of people sometimes twice your age.
Sometimes 3 times my age.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
So walking to see and learning from other guys and gals that, have learned so much and have way more wisdom than you do, and that you're there to learn from them. Like, to us as older people, right, 10, 20 years older than you, it's impressive. Like, that's something that takes initiative, and that takes like literally getting out the house, which seems like a lot of your generation doesn't do enough.
It's true.
Yeah. So the fact that, initiative, agency, those types of soft skills and qualities go a long way. Although you may not have like an expertise on anything, but yet the soft skills, the work ethic is there, the agency is there.
What is the difference between a soft and a hard skill for someone who might not know?
Very sorry to cut it short. My camera overheated and I tried to record it on my phone and my mics didn't connect to my phone properly. So the remaining 2/3 of this podcast is basically unusable, which sucks because there's so much good content in there that is not gonna get used. But it is what it is, right? I mean, I thought the 20 minutes I recorded now was very good. I thought it was good content. I thought it was very informative. Big thanks to Burak, obviously. And yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to do it better next time. And we're just gonna have to run it back. So yeah, stay tuned for the new and improved George Levy Experience. Thank you very much for your time, and please subscribe.